the prophet of darkness.
Open your mind.
Tonight.
We're
going to be talking to Miss Tamar Manasseh. I believe she's on a plane right now. Hopefully she didn't try to call in while everything was down. As y'all know, we ghetto as hell. Stuff be breaking down at the most craziest of times. It'll just break down on us. So it broke down. So X had to fix it. And now everything's working except the video. Phone lines are up, audio's up, video's down. I guess 2 out of 3 ain't bad, but that's where we at now. I'm gonna reach out to Miss Manasseh now, see what's going on with her. Hopefully she didn't try to call in already. I'm gonna reach out to her now because I know she was on a plane. She was on her way to Washington, D.C. So.
Oh, you're back up now on the screen.
Oh, I am?
Yeah, you're back up now. Nice jacket.
Thank you. All right. I guess I'm visual. I know I got to be buffering. I got to be behind the audio like crazy right now. I know I am.
Yeah, it's buffering.
Look like one of those old-time Chinese movies, the old karate movies where they be talking real fast. The lips be moving real fast, but the conversation be going really slow. One of those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me see what I got coming through here. Okay, I got a message. Is that a message from her? Probably. She's probably like, what the hell is wrong with you, X? Let me see. Bet you that's her. That's probably Miss Manasseh right there on my message board. Pull it up. And y'all can still see me?
You're buffering. You haven't moved in a minute now.
Okay, she did write me back. I do believe she just wrote me back at like 8. So let me go ahead and type her back.
Okay.
Let her know that we had technical difficulties and she might have to call back in. I have been in contact with our guest, y'all, so she will be calling in momentarily. I'm writing her back now if y'all wondering what I'm doing. If y'all are wondering, which y'all probably not, but if y'all was wondering, I'm trying to get in contact with I'm actually reaching out to my guest, letting her know that, this is T.P.O.T, the Prophet of Thought Ghetto Station. So that's what it is. I gotta upgrade, y'all. I gotta get me a stronger computer or something. I think that's what's going on. Either that or switch these computers around. Because I think this computer here, man, it's acting really crazy lately. So I think I'm gonna have to switch it and put a stronger. Have to put one of my stronger computers up here. I just didn't feel like doing all the wiring and all nonsense. But I think that's what I'm gonna have to do because this computer here is just, I don't know what the hell is going on with this thing, and it does this a lot. I've been having problems with it all week, so it's probably time to change it out. It's probably time to change it out and do something different. I mean, I've had this computer here. I've had for a couple years. Actually, my other computer is actually newer. I've only had that one about 7 months, so I think I'm gonna have to switch that one out and put all the stuff in here and do all the stuff that I don't want to do, y'all. That's what's gonna have to happen, or we're gonna be going through this every week.
Oh no!
And I ran a test. I ran a test on this stuff earlier today. Everything was working. Come time to do the show, nothing's working. My man just wrote me. One of my the brother who sponsors my show from the Amazing Blazing Fire Truck, he just wrote me and he was like, "Oh, X, man, I think you're having technical difficulties on your YouTube stream." No kidding. No kidding. Yeah, but he's like, he's like one of my sponsors, you know what I'm saying? And I was supposed to run his commercial tonight. I got his commercial all loaded up in my system. I'm supposed to run that tonight. But if I run it, y'all ain't going to see it. So it's like, it doesn't make any sense to run it. It doesn't make any sense to run it because y'all can't even see me, right?
All right. It's just buffering. Then it says offline. Then you're there again.
Yeah.
Then it says offline.
Yeah, it's crazy. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense, man. Doesn't make any sense. God, man, I hate the fact that this daggone thing, man, there's got to be something I can do about this. Got to be something I can do. Hello, you're on the air with the Proper Thought Series. Is this Miss Manasseh?
This absolutely is Miss Manasseh. Good evening.
Hello, ma'am. How are you?
I am doing well. How are you?
I'm good. I was just talking you up, and I was telling my listeners that, I had spoke to you earlier, and you were telling me that you were on a flight. So, I was just running my mouth until you decided to call in. They're used to that.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Thank you for covering for me. I appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Now that I have you, well, first and foremost, I want to say this before we even get started. I think that what you and M.A.S.K are doing is magnificent.
Thank you.
I heard of M.A.S.K before. I heard of it. I first heard of it. I didn't first hear of it till I think last year sometime. I first heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
But ever since you and I have been, because I've been telling everybody that I've been trying to get you on this show for for a few weeks now. So
yeah.
I've been doing some research, and I've been doing some watching of videos and reading and things of that nature. And what I'll say again, I think what you're doing is magnificent. You're doing it in a tough arena. And I think that you are very courageous. I think your organization is a very courageous organization, and I believe that it makes a difference, and I do believe that it's saving many, many lives, even if it's only saving lives one life at a time. So I just wanted to say that before we got started.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
So let's get into the nitty gritty of it now that I have
Let's
you
do
here.
this. Let's do this.
So. First and foremost, I pretty much seen and heard and read everything on your site, but for the people who listen to me, they may not be too familiar with your organization. So won't you just kind of give them a synopsis of who you are and what you do, what M.A.S.K does, and what M.A.S.K is?
M.A.S.K is just a collaboration of parents. I'm just a mother. I don't even call myself a community activist. I'm just a mother who came together, who decided we were going to try to do something to stop all of the shootings. And we have these nightly barbecues every night in the summer on this certain block in a neighborhood in Chicago called Inglewood. And in 2 years, we managed to completely turn it around from what it was when we first started, just by being there. So we've kind of rewrote the book on community policing and what that should look like. So it is by far the most aggressive, but probably most touchy-feely community policing strategy in the country. So that's pretty much what I do. I do my best to save lives every day. That's what we do. That's what we function to do every day.
Wow.
It's really that simple.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. What is your take on, because as you know, Donald Trump, unfortunately, is president now. He's had his eye on Chicago. He speaks of it often. What's your take on how Donald Trump has been speaking by way of Chicago? What's your take on it? Being that you're in the trenches, what's your take on it?
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that he feels that way, but I don't think that most of it is about even necessarily about the people, more so than it is about maybe his personal interest. After all, Chicago is the city that prevented him from actually having a rally in March. Chicago is Barack Obama's city. It would be a feather in his cap, to kind of come there and do stuff that he feels like, would be a black eye to the Obama administration. He feels like that. It could be very personal. He has a piece of property there. And the closest I know that he's ever gotten to any real neighborhoods in Chicago is when he goes up to the 35th floor of Trump Tower and looks out over the city. That's about it. But this is a personal axe to grind. This is not necessarily something that he's doing from, because he feels that since he's the president now he has to do something to make the American people safe, because he doesn't really regard black folks or as we see Muslims and maybe even women as the American people. They're just people, maybe, but not Americans, because you don't treat Americans the way that he treats Americans.
Wow. So,
yeah, it's unfortunate that he's going to do that. It's unfortunate that he feels that way. But the thing is, I wish that people would smarten up, because I always quote Reverend Niemöller all the time about how he talked about during World War II and the Holocaust how, first they came for the trade unionists, then they came for the Christians, then they came. Okay, here's the thing. They've been coming for a long time. First it was the women. It was reproductive rights, and it was reproductive health and cutting health care for that. Then it was the Muslim ban. Now they are coming. He's coming for black people. He's coming for black people in neighborhoods like the one that I'm in. And it's kind of like, I think all of us need to look at this. We all need to look at it, because honestly, the question is, who's next?
Yeah. Yes. Very good question. See, this is the thing. When you see someone like Donald Trump, what do you think? What do you think? Let's not just talk about Chicago, because there's probably a few more cities that he's got his eye on too.
Oh no, he has his eye on Philly now. He has his eye on quite a few other cities. Wherever there are black and brown people that look like us, he has his eye on those cities. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, do you think that he has his eye? Is he using the fact that there is lots of violence in these cities? Is he using that as a ploy to possibly send in the National Guard or send in
He absolutely is. He absolutely is. And it won't be. This will be a catastrophic event for black communities if we allow the National Guard to come in, because the National Guard, they will come in and pretty much they can do whatever they want to do. And they can shoot you without and have full immunity. And it's nothing your mother can do about it. There's no lawsuit. She's not going to sue nobody. Nothing's going to happen. You're just going to be dead. And this is what he's asking to unleash on our. This is what he wants to unleash on our community. So.
So what do you think? What do you think our steps should be? We as a people. What do you think our next? Should be?
We absolutely have to organize, because clearly they're organized. Clearly they are. So we're going to have to organize. And that means, we're going to have to talk to each other for a change. We're going to actually have to prioritize some things. It's not, you can't want 1,000 different things at one time and get all 1,000 things accomplished. If we can unite behind one thing first, and then we accomplish that. We get that done all together. Then we can do bigger things. But first we have to get behind one issue, and it's this one. And the issue has to be put out in such a way where a famous saying in every black household across this country is, this is what you ain't going to do. What you're not going to do is send in the National Guard to our communities. And that means we have to put pressure on every elected official up the chain, from the aldermen or the council people all the way up to the president, all the way up to the White House. It has to be so much pressure put that if you bring this into our neighborhood, if you accept money for it, if you don't send every cent of federal money back that's allotted for it to our communities and given to our communities for law enforcement, if you don't send it back, we're going to vote you out. We're going to primary you. That's what needs to happen. That's what needs to happen. We can't keep being on the defense. It's time for us to go on the offense. And we need to tell him, we're not going to allow you to govern us this way. The tail will no longer wag the dog. It will be the other way around. That's what needs to happen.
So, politically, forget Donald Trump. What do you have a relationship with Rahm Emanuel at all? Do you have?
No, I really don't. I mean, I live in the city where he's the mayor. That's our relationship. That's the extent of it.
Wow. So he hasn't taken any interest in M.A.S.K at all?
No.
Wow.
I mean, no real interest, no real meaningful interest, none. And I mean, I really wish I could say that he had, because we could really use that support, but it's okay. We still have a job to do, and we still have a city to save. It's not going to save itself. So we still have to do that with or without the help of the government.
Wow. Do you think that Rahm Emanuel is part of the problem? Do you think he's part of the problem?
I think Rahm is part of a system, and the whole system is the problem. He's a part of the system. Even if he was gone, Chicago would still have the same exact problem. It needs to be a cleanup from the top down. From the top down, that's the police, that's City Hall, that's everything. Chicago needs a good scrubbing. That's what needs to happen. The people need to take over City Hall. That's what needs to happen. The people in the wards, the people around the city, that's who needs to take over City Hall. We don't need politicians anymore. We don't need that. We need elected officials, not politicians. And most elected officials start off as just ticked off constituents. That's it. We need those kind of people who are just everyday people who know what their neighbors need, who know what they need, and who are willing to work for the best interest of their neighbors. That's what we need. But we don't need politicians anymore. They haven't done right by us. We need to completely rethink the way that we deal with politics in the African American community, and the way we deal with the Democratic Party, and the way we deal with all partisan politics. We need to rethink that.
Absolutely. I agree. So tell us about Moms on Patrol and Men on Patrol.
Well, it was important when I started M.A.S.K. It was important that we had a male counterpart, that we had men on patrol, because I wanted to change the narrative, that it was just about, black women coming in and women doing this and the women doing that, and it takes the woman to save everybody and the woman's going to do this. No. That's what got us in the situation that we're in the first place. This has to be a joint effort between the men and the women in our community, because after all, mothers give birth to boys and girls. So it's men and women in the black community. So it's going to take men and women to save our kids. It's a big job to save a community, to save a people. It's a big job. And I think it's really unfair for the women to take that responsibility on alone. I think that's such a heavy lift that that's something that we have to do together. That's something that men and women have to do together. And it creates more of a family atmosphere, because I learned from being on the block that, there were things that we did and there were things that the men did. And the guys on the block, they had different relationships with all of us, but these were relationships that they needed. for, it's the mother figure or the aunt or the sister or, that grandmother that you don't have anymore. And then for the men, it was like, okay, this is my big brother. This is my father. This is blah, blah, blah. These are all people you may not have had in your life before, but now you do. And having those two components together every single day, it really changed the way that children in the community saw themselves. They were children again. They were human beings again because there were adults there who stepped up and showed them what adults do. I am an adult. So if I'm an adult, I'm going to treat you like a kid, and you have no choice but to behave like a kid. And that's what we did. We restored the natural order of the community. And when that happened, crime dropped. So I always call the area that we work in the lab, because in this area we try everything we think that we can possibly try to stop violence. And we've had some really great success. And it's starting to be replicated in different cities across the country, and I'm really happy about that. But more people in Chicago, we have to get involved, because this is not a problem that the police is going to fix, because they have what's the incentive? They don't have any reason to want to fix it. It's not a problem. This is not a problem that the government wants to fix. For what? They build for-profit prisons. So why would they want to stop it? Somebody's benefiting from this. So if the people who are benefiting from it, how would you rely on them to stop the violence when that's their cash cow? You wouldn't. You can't. It takes parents being parents and adults being adults, and us actually caring about each other again and caring about our neighbors' children again. That's what it's going to take to fix this problem. This is a problem that we have in our house. This is a pox on our house that we need to fix. No external force can fix this.
Wow. Well, I from what I've been seeing, as far as politically, it almost appears that they're pinpointing particular areas, and I don't really know what the reasons are behind it, and I don't think that we should be that concerned with it. But I feel that Chicago could be any city, and we have people out there like you that are actually doing something. And I'll say again, I believe that what you're doing actually saves lives. And when you first started this, it couldn't have been easy to start this. Did you run into a lot of resistance from the residents, the people in the neighborhood?
No, not at all. I've learned something. I've learned so much sitting on this corner for 2 years. First of all, gangs. We have to even redefine what is a gang? Who's a gangbanger? Who gets to say who's a gangbanger? What actually is the definition of one? We don't even know anymore, because we sit on a corner all day in pink T-shirts. That's our territory. Technically, we're a gang by definition of the Chicago police. Mm-hmm. And so it's kind of like we can't allow our kids allow that title to be put on our kids anymore. We have to rethink what that even looks like. What constitutes a gang, and who gets to say who's a gang member and who's not? Do gang members carry cards in their wallets? I don't think so. So how do we even know? Because the gang structure that once existed in Chicago no longer exists. But the thing was, the people in the community, especially the young people, they needed something. They needed this. For a couple days, it was so sad because people couldn't understand why we were giving away free food. Why would you do that? Because, of course, in the world that we live in now, it's always something for something. Nobody ever gives out of the kindness of their heart. There's no more of that left in the world. So when we, it's like, hey, you want some food? How much is it? It's free. Everything is free. Nobody could believe that. And for the first couple of days, of course, they were saying, hey, you know what, that's the police. They the police. They the police. That's what it was for the first few days. But within a month, the actual young people from the block were the ones who were doing all the cooking every day. All I had to do was make sure the food got there. And plus, I'm not a very good cook, so, that's pretty much why they were cooking too, but that's another story. But they took ownership of it because they had a chance to. They had something to give back to the community. Them cooking and them interacting with the younger kids and them interacting with the elders in the community, it actually made them feel good because for once they had something to offer. They were the good guys again. They were human again. They weren't just gangbangers. They weren't just felons. They weren't just dropouts or drug dealers or thugs. They were actually somebody's sons again. That's what they were.
Wow.
And when you restore people's humanity, guess what? They start acting like human beings again.
Exactly. Maybe that's do you believe that that's what's missing to a degree, that there's a loss of humanity? Is there a loss of humanity?
Absolutely. I mean, if you see how most people live on the south side of Chicago and on the west side of Chicago, most human beings don't live that way. They just don't. Maybe in third world countries, but, not in a place like America should anybody ever live the way some of these people live. When I first started M.A.S.K, we do a project called the ABLE Project. It's one of our initiatives, where on the spots where people were murdered, instead of erecting those, the shrines with the teddy bears and the liquor bottles and stuff, we don't do that. We actually plant trees on those spots. And, the trees are special trees, and they grow red leaves, and it's a whole big thing. And it symbolizes when Cain killed his brother, and, it was that kind of thing. Your brother's blood cries out, from the earth. So the trees grow red to remind you of what happened there. But at the same time, it's a living memorial, and it beautifies the community. It cleans the air. It's just really a great thing. But when I ran this down, when I threw this out to some of the guys in the neighborhood, I asked them, what do you think it means, when people start planting trees, what do you think about trees? They actually believe that when people start planting trees, it's time for them to move out. They're going to be moved out soon because they're planting trees. So it broke my heart to hear that even a tree is too good for you to have. A tree. If someone plants a tree, it means that the neighborhood is going to be gentrified soon.
Wow.
Even a tree is too good for you because you have to live, that's something right there. That was so telling. Yeah, it's rough. It is rough. People aren't supposed to live this way. So they don't live this way. They die this way. That's why the murder rate is like it is in Chicago. And it's not all over the city. It's in strategic places where it's allowed to be.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. Have you ever thought about getting involved with politics? You ever thought about maybe running for something?
I wouldn't disappoint my mother like that. I wouldn't do that. My mother thinks so much. She thinks highly of me. I wouldn't want to ruin that for her. No, I don't think I'm going to run for office. I think I would support people young people who will run for office because we have to raise up a brand new generation of leaders. And, I'm totally down for that part. Me, myself, though, I have zero political aspirations.
Okay. But what I was going to say was, these are the people that we need in office, though. We need people like you in office. We need people who represent our interests, okay? People who understand us, can see things from, where we are standing. These are the kind of people that we need in office. We need people like you. We need, brothers and sisters from M.A.S.K, people who understand the culture, understand the streets, understand the people. These are the type of people we need in those offices because, these are our people. Okay?
Yeah, these are our people.
There's not enough of our people in office.
Yeah,
I truly believe that. I talk about it on my show all the time. And you're listening to the Proper Thought series, y'all, right here on T.P.O.T Media. If y'all are trying to watch on YouTube, we are having some difficulties with the YouTube stream. I don't know what's going on, but we are still broadcasting, and the phone lines are up. We are on the line with Miss Tamar Manasseh from M.A.S.K out there in Chicago. They're doing great things. If you want to call in and ask a question, the phone number is 712-770-4010. That's 770-4010, access code 889212. I don't know how long I'm going to have Mrs. Manasseh here, so if you want to ask a question, call in, do what you like. Like I said, the YouTube stream, I don't know what's going on with it, y'all. It's just crazy. I'm just getting a bunch of black and green dots right now. So as we talk to Miss Manasseh, I'll also be simultaneously trying to get the stream back up. But, yeah, I'm so glad that you called in. Do you have other chapters of M.A.S.K is what I want to ask you.
Oh, absolutely. We actually have a we have a very strong chapter in New York City. We also have a very, very active chapter in Evansville, Indiana, and we'll have at least 5 more chapters before the end of this year in other states. But we'll have several across the city of Chicago. This is a movement, and it's not just about stopping violence, but it's about building community. So some places you will see that there will be, it's in suburbia. There will be M.A.S.K chapters in suburbia where, they don't necessarily have the same problems that we have in the inner city, but they can still benefit from having community because community is never a bad thing to have. So that's what this is about, because when you restore community, when you build community with people, violence doesn't happen. Drug addiction, it drops. Everything goes down because everybody knows everybody's kids again. Everybody's respectful of everybody's parents because, I'm respectful to your parents because I'm your friend. That's how that goes. That's what we have to get back to. It's really just so simple. It's not complicated at all. It's very simple.
Let me ask you this. Speaking of politics, would you accept an invitation to the White House from Donald Trump if he asked you?
I could not. I'm so sorry. I have a lot of hair. It's not going to wash itself. I'm busy that day. I'm busy. I'm busy that day. No, I'm sorry. I'd love to come, but
even if he wanted to talk about some solutions for Chicago, you still wouldn't sit down with him?
I'd love to come, but my hair is not going to wash itself. Sorry. Can't make it. I'm going to need a rain check. Try me again maybe in another 4 years. I
say that, but
I just can't. I don't understand. There's really, honestly, no reason for me to do that. It's really not, because anything that I ever suggest. Yesterday, the man actually got his guy in for AG. Are you serious? The guy's name is Jefferson Beauregard Sessions III. The South is definitely going to rise again under a name like that. That should be terrifying. But it's not, because people don't understand the history. They don't understand what's going on. But he has no interest in doing anything right by my people. He has no interest in that.
No, he does not.
So I wouldn't go play that game. I wouldn't do that.
If we have to rely on the federal government, we're screwed anyway. I talk about
that's why we can only rely on ourselves. We got.
Yeah, whatever's going to fix us is going to be done by us.
Exactly.
There's no help coming from the government. There's nothing coming from the government but hurt.
No, the cavalry is not coming in to save us this time. We have to save ourselves. That's the bottom line. This is what has to happen. I think black people have forgotten how strong we really are. I think we've forgotten that. I think we've forgotten how much strength lies in the black community and within the black family. I think we've forgotten that. I think, we've kind of taken on the identity of, our oppressors. We're not that. That's not who we are. How is it that once upon a time we raised your kids? We were the ones who took care of your kids. While you were out burning your bride and trying to get in women's lib, and you were, more power to you. Black women already had a career. We were already working. We were at home taking care of your kids while you were out doing all that, cleaning your house and cooking your food. We had a career because we had families to provide for already. And at one point, we took care of everybody's kids, and now we can't take care of our own. I don't understand what happened with that. That doesn't make sense to me. we forgot who we are and where we come from and what we're made of. And I think we need a reminder of that. We need to get back to that. We've survived a lot in this country. We've survived a lot. We've survived.
We can survive Trump. That's how I know we can survive him.
Absolutely. 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 No. It was we had 14 presidents before one decided slavery had to stop. So we're used to this. I mean, like, we've been here before. This is nothing to us. This is just another day to us. And we can't get sucked in to everybody else's emotionalism about this subject. We can't get sucked into that because we have work to do. Bottom line, we got work to do. And all politics are local. We have to start making noise in our local governments, and we have to start doing that. Tear it down and build it back up. That's what we got to do.
Yep. And I think we got to get some of our people in there too. And when I say our people,
absolutely.
I don't just mean a black face, because we can have a black face in there, and
that's not our people.
Will happen. Yeah. Just because we got a black face, that doesn't mean anything. I mean our people.
No, it means nothing. Yeah. I agree. I agree, and I think right now is the perfect time to do that. I think this is the best time. I think we've had in more than a generation to do something like this, to actually get something truly done, to get some real actual stuff done, because the world pretty much needs it. It needs it.
Absolutely. So,
and
what does M.A.S.K have in store for 2017? What do you have in store for 2017? What's going on? Growth, and more growth. We're implementing a lot of different strategies to end violence. We're working on some PTSD stuff. We're working on a lot of stuff for this summer. We're getting a lot of people involved. We just got a vacant lot that we're going to be turning into a play lot, into a safe space. So we're working on that. We're doing we're just pretty much trying everything. It's crazy. I hate to say this, but it's fun. It's fun to see how people come together. And it's almost like M.A.S.K has become a clearinghouse for ideas, where all of these people come to volunteer, and they come from all different walks of life, and they have all different kinds of talents, and everybody just wants to apply their talent to how they can stop violence. How can we stop violence? How can we fix this? So we have the tech people. We have chefs. We have yoga instructors and physical trainers and lawyers, and we have doctors who want to come out and teach basic, CPR and stuff like that. We have carpenters and electricians, and everybody wants to get involved some kind of way. And it's like we never say no, because you just never know what's going to work. So we try to expose our kids to everything. Anything that's positive, yes, absolutely, bring it on. Bring it on. Absolutely. And, I mean, it seems like that's what works, because in places like Inglewood, sometimes when kids leave out of those neighborhoods, they're profiled so badly and harassed so badly that they don't want to leave out of it. So the world just becomes this thing that they see on television. But that's not the world that they live in. They live in a world that's maybe, 10 blocks by 10 blocks. That's their whole world. Because anything they go outside of that, they're going to get arrested, or something's going to happen. And so they don't go anywhere. So what I do is try to bring the world into that 10 by 10, into that box. I try to bring it to them, to coax them out of it. And it seems that it works. I want them to want the same things for themselves that I want for them. I want that for them, and that's what's starting to happen. And I think that's what keeps me so motivated, and that's what keeps me doing what I do every day. Wow. So have you, because you've been doing this for a while, have you seen the difference? Is there a visual difference in the shootings and stabbings?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Violent crime has plummeted. I mean, like, tremendously.
Okay.
Yeah. This is something, of course, they wouldn't talk about, but yes, absolutely, it's plummeted. If it hadn't, it would be no way we would have chapters in other cities, because it wouldn't work. But yeah, it works. This is what works. This is what does it.
So I'm gathering you're in like the Inglewood, right? That's where you're primarily focused?
Yeah. Inglewood is the lab. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how many members do you have? How many members do you have out there?
I have probably about maybe 50 stalwart volunteers, but I mean, on a given day, if I put out a phone call, I can probably get about 250 people.
Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah, no, that's a lot. No, it is. It is. And I mean, they will come from all over the Chicagoland area, not just in the city. They'll come from the suburbs. They'll come from Indiana. They'll come down from Wisconsin. They'll come from Michigan. Yeah, I mean, like, I can do that because everybody, M.A.S.K makes it easy to help. It makes it easy for people to actually do something that they feel like actually matters. We make it easy. You can come by and drop off a case of water. You bring your lawn chair and come out and have a barbecue with us. Like, just come hang out. And all of that, just you being there, just you being your presence changes things. It changes things.
Wow.
And people feel good when they leave. They leave the block. Well,
I'm planning, the old T.P.O.T team. We were planning to come to Chicago at some point. Would it be all right to maybe get
Absolutely.
with you? I'll come with all the camera equipment and we'll
Absolutely
interview you.
Absolutely.
I don't know when we're coming, but we're supposed to.
Don't come in the winter. That's all I can tell you. Do not come in the winter. Because nobody is ready for a Chicago winter. If you ain't from there, you ain't ready.
I'm from New York originally, and I lived upstate in Hudson Valley. So trust me, I don't miss the snow at all. I'm in the
it's
South
like
now,
real.
So.
Oh, you are lucky. It's real in Chicago. It's real. Mother Nature don't play with us.
I know it must be. So when I come to places like that, trust me, I make sure the sun is very high in the sky.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I wouldn't dare go to Chicago in the wintertime.
Ain't nobody ready for that. No, ain't nobody ready for that. I'm not even ready for that, and I live in it.
That's why I left upstate New York, running away from those winters.
It's hardcore. I'm telling you, it's a character builder. That's why I'm telling you. I think Chicago, I think just the weather contributes to a whole lot of the stuff that goes on. Because I know, to tell you, I mean, honestly, it gets so cold in Chicago. It's like, when the weather breaks, it's almost like being held hostage by the winter. Like, you can't go anywhere. Like, you are just in the house looking out the window like you're on punishment or something. That's what Chicago is like. It's crazy.
When I was looking, I was looking at a couple of videos of yours, and I know that, when y'all are out on those blocks, I noticed that, you see brothers walking up, the street brothers walking up, and kind of, giving you your kudos and stuff like that. Have you noticed that? Well, let me see. Let me try to rephrase this. Have you seen a change, like in an individual? For example, if some guy that you knew was in the streets and he was doing a lot of wrong stuff, and now he's hooked up with M.A.S.K, or he's hooked up with you, or Men on Patrol, or whatever the case may be. Have you seen that turnaround?
Absolutely. One kid is getting off probation and he's running for alderman.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. I mean, I see it in all of them. The thing is, when I first got there, it was vacant lots, and it was, there was trash in the vacant lots, and it was broken windows, and there was bottles on the street, and this and that. It's not like that anymore. And the thing is, they've changed so much that they don't even feel like they should live that way anymore. And I think sometimes some of our people believe that the way that we live is what we deserve because of how we are and who we are. And that's just not true. It's not true. And so, whereas before I went there, all of that was okay. It was all right for it to be filthy. It was all right for it to be uncared for. It was all right for it to be a forgotten neighborhood in Chicago. It was totally okay. But now they're saying, no, we deserve better than that. We deserve better, and they do deserve better. We all deserve better than that. But you give them the tools that they need to stand up for themselves, and guess what? They're going to do that. That's what I'm trying to do. Give them the tools to stand up for themselves, to stand up and to take their lives back and say, yeah, I'm not going to jail. I'm not dying. I'm going to live my life, a long life. That's what I'm trying to give them.
Wow. So you said that y'all have a few chapters. So I'm assuming that you're going to be putting them all over the place in due time.
Absolutely. If when someone invites me, we go there. Wherever we're invited, we go. And we start a chapter because we do it that way, because we know that once we can come there, we can do an orientation, we can get you up and running, we can come and give you support. But at least we know we have something in place in those different locations where somebody is going to do the work, where somebody's going to make sure the work is going to be done, someone's going to take the lead. So that's why we wait for people to come to us rather than us going to places and setting up just, randomly.
I mean, I just think that y'all are doing incredible work, and I know that you're going to be getting a lot of press, especially now. I've seen that you've gotten a lot of press, up to this point, but I know now that Mr. Trump is in office, and I've told people this before too, that I believe that he'll be coming, he'll be sending his troops into Chicago at some point, and I believe that you're going to be front and center out there because.
Oh yeah, I am.
Yeah,
I
am. You're going to be front and center out there because you're one of the people who, you're one of the people who's actually doing something out there.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I do.
And I can't be on the corner.
I predict you and his troops bumping heads at some point.
I predict it too. I predict it too. I made that same prediction, and I'm just wondering what that's gonna look like. Me now, I'll take on pretty much anybody, but a tank and a rocket launcher, I'm just not even sure about that. But I'm gonna do it anyway because it's what has to be done. But I don't think that I'm going to be in it by myself. I think that the people are going to be with me. I think all the people are going to be with me eventually. So I'm not scared.
Do you think he's going to try to enact some degree of, you hear people talk of martial law and things of that nature. Do you actually believe that there's going to be like some type of martial law initiated?
If the people allow it to happen, absolutely. If the people allow it to happen. The thing is, once again, getting in front of it. Don't wait for it to happen and then complain about it. No. Get in front of it and say, what you ain't going to do is impose martial law. That's how that has to go. What you're not going to do is impose martial law. You're not going to do that to us. We are not going to accept that. We don't impose it, and now we're on the defense, and we're saying, hey, we don't like this. I'm going to lose my job and this and that. No. Don't wait for that to come. Don't wait for it to come. Push back now. Get in front of it. Be proactive.
Yeah, and it's going to have to be the people. I was watching. I got to talk about this. I was watching when President Trump met with, the so-called, black leaders for, they're no leaders of mine, but, so-called these black leaders from the black community in the White House. And what really stuck out was Pastor Darrell Scott from Cleveland,
that guy.
Ohio.
That guy. Yeah. That guy.
And as he spoke, I was like, wait a minute. I said, this guy is a pastor in Cleveland. Is he really trying to convince us that he's actually spoke with gang leaders in Chicago and they spoke about how they respected Trump and his administration? This fool has got to be lying. There's no way he's telling the truth. There's no way.
There are no gang leaders in the city of Chicago anymore. They don't even exist in Chicago. I don't know who he was talking about. They don't even exist anymore.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, they, because because, you know, people called his bluff, and, you know, they said, okay, we're going to go and see if this guy really spoke to anybody. And come to find out, because they spoke to Father Flager and a couple other people. I know you know who Father Flager is.
Yeah, of course.
They spoke to him, and they spoke to a couple other people, and they were like, we never heard of this guy. We never heard of this guy.
No, and then when he was pressed on it, what did he say? I was just playing. Yeah. I didn't know y'all was taking me serious. That's kind of what he said. This is what, he was like, you know, I was half asleep. You know, I was half asleep. Yeah.
I was only running off.
I went out drinking the night before.
Yeah.
I was drinking the night before. You know how it go. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Yep.
Yeah, come to find out, he actually spoke to like one former gang member, and I don't even think that gang member still lives in Chicago. So basically, he lied, basically. Okay?
Yeah,
so,
and then the whole gang thug thing. And I'm like, so the gang thugs weren't offended by being called gang thugs? Like that. So they were cool with that? These gang thugs that you talked to were cool with being called gang thugs, huh? Nice.
Yeah, you know,
it was just very far-fetched.
I think that he was just showing out in front of Daddy Trump. He wanted to be able to say something, and he wanted to make himself look more important than he really was.
Yeah, it could be that. But then again, I mean, you might not know this, but I am an avid Cubs fan. Like, I mean, like, that's my thing. Like, I'm like a fanatic. Maybe it's a whole Cubs Indian thing too. I don't know, but that's a whole other story.
Maybe.
But no, he wanted some points. He was trying to score points. And he wanted to look like he had some influence and some pull that he really just does not have.
He wanted to look like
no one has that.
He wanted to look like he has some clout. If he wanted to say something concerning Chicago, he could have said, well, you know, I'm going to go into Chicago and try to talk to some of these people, as opposed to saying that all these people reached out to him and he talked about the body count and all this kind of nonsense. What I think he did is just made us look more ridiculous, because now it's been proven that he lied. So it's like, you know, this dude isn't serious.
It is. It's terrible. I mean, it's terrible. And I mean, since when these are gang thugs, they went and hunted you down, and they all called you separately? Were they on a conference call? How did that work?
No, I mean,
I'll tell you why. How did they get your number? How did that happen?
I just think that he made the situation look even worse. You know, I mean, bad enough that you already got Trump already has his eye on Chicago as it is. So, I mean, for you to just, you know, to do that was just, to me, just totally ridiculous and preposterous. And I think he should be ashamed of his damn self, because he's making light of a situation that's very, very serious. That's what bothered me more than anything else. He's making light of a situation that is very serious. Okay? I mean, it's a serious situation, and he can't be taking a situation like that and, you know, using it to try to gain some, you know, trying to gain some brownie points with President Trump. I just thought it was totally ridiculous. And he's a freaking pastor. He shouldn't be sitting up there on national TV inside the White House telling bold-faced lies like that. And he should be ashamed of himself. You know,
I agree. I agree. It was shameful. It was shameful, and it was disappointing that, I mean, you know, it's sad to see that it's come to that a black man has to do that, you know, in order to get attention from this president, to get some sort of, that's terrible. It's a terrible place to be in. It's embarrassing and it's sad.
And what it does is it takes away from individuals like you who are really out there and really making a difference. You know, it minimizes what you guys are doing. It just does. When you have people like him who are unaware of the situation, but using the situation to make himself look better, I just think that he did everybody a disservice, especially individuals like you who are in those streets and are talking to those people and are doing things and are patrolling those neighborhoods and you are talking to the people. You know, I just think it really, really just minimized the situation.
Every day there's something new. It's piling on every single day, every day. So we can't even dwell on that, because next week is going to be something else. Tomorrow is going to be something else. Of course it will be. This has been the longest 3 weeks of my life. So, of course, it's going to be something else tomorrow. And I think we really just have to look forward, and we really have to work on moving forward. And that's what we have to do, because there's going to be, oh, my goodness, We got a long road ahead of us. But it's nothing that we can't handle. It's nothing we haven't been through before.
Yeah, well,
so
actually,
I'm optimistic about it.
I knew I was going to have you on the show eventually because, I've been trying to get you on here for a little bit. I said, you know what? I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to make a video or nothing like that because I'm going to be talking to Miss Manasseh, within the next week or two. So I'll actually be talking to somebody who really knows what's going on out there. So I just kind of totally disregarded his remarks because I just kind of figured they were lies anyway. But moving on now, what far as do you have like a recruiting program? Say someone wanted to help you guys out. How would they get in contact with you?
They would go to the website, www.getbehindthemask.org. Go to the website, and it's volunteer opportunities, it's email addresses, and they go straight to me. So yeah, I read everything. It might take me a while, but I read everything.
So what does the organization need? What do you guys need from us? Do you need
we need to
money?
grow. We need to grow. We need to grow. We need bodies in every town, in every major city, in every small town, in every suburb across this country. We need people. We need the people to get involved. That's what we need. We need the people to get in front of. We need the people to get involved. We need people to get in front of this. There is a tag coming in, and we need the people to get in front of it. And that's what we need. We need more bodies. We need people to take more responsibility. We need people to take responsibility for their communities. That's what we need.
Yep. House by house, street by street, block by block.
Block by block. Yep, yeah. That's what we need. That's what we need.
That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. So are moms on patrol and men on patrol? Are you guys out there every night, or are you out there every particular day?
We're out every single night. From the first calendar day of Chicago Public School summer break until Labor Day, because they go back to school. Kids go back to school the next day. We're out 7 days a week. Sometimes 7 hours a day. I mean, we're out every day though.
Wow. I mean, that's amazing. That's commitment right there.
Yeah.
That's commitment.
Yeah. But
isn't
it going to take that?
Do you go into schools and talk and stuff like that too? Do you do seminars and lectures, or are you straight street? You do it all from the street. How's your setup? Tell me what your setup is like.
Sometimes we go into the street. We go when we're invited. We go where we're invited. That's what we do. Wow. We go where we're invited. We talk. Sometimes we go into the schools. We go into churches, all sorts of stuff, wherever we're invited. But most of the time, people come and find us. It's almost like we have a block party every day. So everybody kind of wants to come hang out because it's always something. You have an off day. You get off work early. You don't have your kids with you or something like that. You're bored. People find a million different reasons to just come hang out on the block because they know we're having fun. We're having a good time. And so people just come and hang out, but they don't realize, well, they do, that we're actually fixing the problem. We're actually being a part of the change. So it really makes people feel good about coming out.
So y'all are out there now in that cold Chicago.
Oh no, we're out. We're just out in the winter. I mean in the summer.
Oh,
that's
okay.
it. We're out in the summer, and but in the winter we did do an event. We did an event for M.A.S.K Day, and we were out in the. It was cold. It was very cold. It was raining and very cold, and the community still came out, and we gave away hot chocolate, and we made s'mores, and we ate cookies, and it was so great. As cold as it was, you would have never been able to look at a picture of what happened on that corner and thought it was winter because it was so many people out. It was terrific.
Wow. I mean, it's amazing how much one person can do, because you started this because of from what I was looking at your biography, you started this when a lady named Lucille Barnes had got killed.
Yeah, Knick-Knack. Her name was Lucille Knick-Knack Barnes, and I didn't know her, but it was kind of like, we were almost the same age. She was a mother, and it's like when that happened, it's just something just happened. That was the straw. Something has to be done. If you're killing fathers, you're killing children, and you're killing mothers, how do black people survive? How do we survive? Something has to be done.
So you basically just jumped up one day and said, I'm doing this. And it had to start out with just you, right? You were that one person on that corner, right?
It was me and 3 other people, 3 other women. Yep. And I was like, no, we just gone 3 friends, and we're just going to go out and do it. This is what we're going to do. Yeah. Yeah, this is what we're going to do. We're going to see if it works. We'll know. After today, we'll know if it works. If it's the worst thing we've ever done, but it turned out to be probably the most gratifying work I've ever done. It's the best thing I've ever done.
Wow. And since you started this, I'm pretty sure that a lot of people within that local government, city government, and state government, they have taken notice. Even if they haven't mentioned it, they have taken notice.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have.
Yeah, they have taken notice. And I don't know if they're trying to figure out what to do with it or what to do about it or whatever. But you know what? It does not even matter. It doesn't matter, because we got work to do. Like I work so hard that I don't even have time to pay attention to what they're doing. When they come into my lane, that's when I notice them. But if you stay away from what I'm doing and you stay out of what I'm doing, I'm going to completely ignore you until it's time for me not to ignore you. That's just how this works.
Wow. Well, I just want to congratulate you on all your efforts, and I mean, keep up the good work. And if you ever need T.P.O.T media for anything, you need to get a message out. You need whatever, because we're a small operation, but we're a full service operation, because we do
I understand.
Videography, we do graphic design, we make commercials, we do documentaries, we do whatever it calls for. We have a team. We have people down in the South, we have people up in the North too. So I mean, we can
Thank you.
Help
Absolutely.
out if you need us. You get in contact with me. If I can't get there, I'll send some of my people, because I have people up in New York and places like that as well. So, we can, if you ever need us, let us know, and we'll connect. We'll do what we can for you if you need us, but the way things are going, doesn't look like you need us at all. You're just fine.
Oh no, I do need, yes, I do. I need everybody. So yes, I do. I do need you. I need you. I need you. I need your whole team. I do need you. This is a big job, and I need everybody. We need each other.
Yes. Maybe I can come out to Chicago and tape a documentary. I've been saying that for a while now, that I need to come out there with some film gear and come out there with the team and do some taping for a few days and do something really, really concrete. Make a concrete documentary, and I would definitely want you to be a part of it. Absolutely.
Well, absolutely. When you come, you just let me know that you're coming, and I'll make it happen. That's great.
Okay. Because I want to get in the streets. I mean, I want to get in where it's dirty at. I mean, I want to get in there. I don't want to see the glamour and the glitz and the statues, and I don't want to see any of that. I want to go where it's dirty at. I want to see where it's happening at. I want to be there. That's where I want to be. That's
where you need. That's where the work gets done at. That's where the work is. Yep. That's where all the work gets done. Absolutely.
Exactly. That's where I want to be. Okay, I want to be in the neighborhoods that people are scared to go into. That's the neighborhood I want to go into.
Those are my kind of neighborhood.
Yeah, the ones that people say don't go into, that's where I'm heading. That's where I want to head.
That's always how it goes. Yeah. So I will be your tour guide when you come to Chicago.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, absolutely. Sounds good. Well, y'all are listening to the Prophet of Thought series on T.P.O.T. Media. If you want to ask a question, I see people on the board. I got Miss Manasseh on the phone from M.A.S.K out there in Chicago. The phone number is 712-770-4010, 712-770-4010. From what I understand, y'all, our YouTube stream is down for the night. But we are still broadcasting, and the phone lines are still open. So, okay, so you can still do that. I mean, I think we're having a buffering problem because I do see myself on the encoder, but we're having some problems with the visual. I don't know if it's my stuff or YouTube stuff, but you can still call in. Miss Manasseh is willing to take questions. If you want to ask a question, call in. I'll give you the number again. This number is 712-770-4010, access code 889212. But you're in Washington, D.C. now, right?
Yeah, and I have to go get some dinner. Yeah, I'm in D.C. now. Yeah, I have to come to D.C. for business. So, yeah, I'm here. And I'll be leaving out of here and going somewhere else, and it's just trying to get these chapters up and running. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
Oh, so you're around. You're actually going you're visiting your other chapters?
Yeah.
Your other M.A.S.K chapters?
Yeah. Okay. And starting new ones. So, well, talking about starting new ones, kind of, kicking around the idea. So, yeah.
Okay. So
well,
you got somebody.
Yes.
Go ahead. You want to ask Miss Manasseh a question? Go ahead.
Well, she's hungry, so I just was going to just tell her I'm here in Chicago, and I'm listening to her, and I just want to congratulate you. You have such a great spirit, and
thank
you're really doing some good work.
Thank you. And you want me to tell you something? You're in Chicago. Do you know it's actually colder? And it's colder in D.C. than it is in Chicago. I cannot believe it.
Really? Wow.
Yes. It was 70 degrees yesterday. It was 28 when I stepped off the plane. It's actually, I couldn't believe that it's warmer in Chicago. Yes. I'm sorry. I just had to throw that in there.
No problem. But I was just saying I enjoy your spirit, and I have seen you on television, featured on WGN. So I do know your work and who you are. And I just tell you to keep going, and congratulations, and you are making a difference in Inglewood, and keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That means so much to me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Absolutely. Exclusively on the Prophet of Thought series, because these are the type of guests that we have, y'all. But yeah, I don't want to keep you too long because I know you just got off a plane. You said you got to go get something to eat.
Yeah.
I would love to have you back at some point. I don't know when. I mean, I have your information. I'll get in contact with you. But
just let me know.
Yes, I would love to have you on the show. I would actually love to have you on a panel with a few of my other, past guests. Get all these great minds together. So I mean, look forward to hear from you. Sometime down the road. And I just want to thank you for coming on tonight. I know you're busy. You're out there in D.C., so I appreciate you taking time out to come on the Prophet of Thought series. We had some technical difficulties early. I didn't know if you had called in or not because the phone lines was down. A whole bunch of stuff was happening. So I was just glad that, we were able to finally connect, and I'm very grateful for the fact that you spent some time with us tonight and let everybody know, the work that you're doing. I'll say again, I think what you're doing out there is magnificent. Keep up the good work. I know you're making a difference. I know that a lot of people probably don't recognize that. We hear a lot about the killings and the shootings and the deaths and all that kind of stuff, but we never really hear about the people who are down at the ground level actually trying to do something, and that's why I want to have you on the show tonight, because I think what y'all doing out there is a good thing. So,
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And before you go, in all honesty, I mean, Chicago, I mean, I've never lived in Chicago. I've been there before. But what started, I mean, I've always been into media and radio and filming and stuff like that. But what really got me started with this stuff was when Hadia Pendleton died. When Hadia Pendleton got killed, that pretty much kicked off the Prophet of Thought series. That's what kicked it off.
Yeah.
The death of Hadia Pendleton started this, believe it or not. So, I mean, I've had my eye on Chicago for a while. So, I mean, it's good to know that somebody's out there actually doing something. And like I said,
I'm out here in it.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I want to thank you again for coming on and spending some time with T.P.O.T. Media. Don't be no stranger. You have our information. Just let us know if there's anything we can do. You need to get a message out, whatever the case may be. Just get in contact with us. And I want to have you back.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, just let me know. Just let me know when.
Oh, okay. Good enough. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. We just got off the phone with Miss Manasseh, founder of M.A.S.K, Mothers Against Senseless Killings, Men Against Senseless Killings. She says she's got quite a few chapters. She says she's got a chapter in New York. I can't believe I've never heard of it as much as I'm out there. But that's just the way it is in New York. It's like you never hear about the shit you want to hear about when you're in New York. I said the same thing when I got in contact with when I finally connected with the brother Q Butter. I mean, he's right there in Brooklyn, man. I'm in Brooklyn all the damn time. How come I never knew about this guy? You know, she said they got a big chapter in New York. Why don't I know that? Why do I know about the chapter in Chicago before I know about the chapter in New York? And I'm from New York. That doesn't make any sense.
Right.
That makes no damn sense. So I just wanted to say that, you know, I'm glad that y'all stuck in, listened, and went through shit going down like 2 times. We finally got the phone lines to work, so at least y'all could listen to the show, even though I'm fading in and out on the YouTube stream. But, yeah, I mean, she came through and she, you know, gave us some background about what's going on out in Chicago. She's ready for Trump. I told her, I said, I predict you and the feds bumping heads. Okay, that's going to happen. Okay? Because I know she's going to be right out there in the front line when the soldiers start marching through. She's going to be one of the first people out there. I just hope she be careful, you know, because, you know,
right.
The National Guard can kind of shoot you with impunity, you know, and make up some nonsense excuse about, you know, you trying to grab the M16 or something stupid like that. So I just hope she be careful with that. I also want to warn the brothers, okay, out there, because I said this before, that people in Detroit, these are the cities, okay, Chicago, Detroit, St. Louis, Baltimore, L.A., those cities better watch for Trump. Because he's already building up to it, y'all.
Right.
He's building up to it. He's building up to it. He's building the case. He's building the case to get the right to come out there and go damn ramshot. Okay? That's what he's doing, y'all. I mean, maybe y'all aren't paying attention out there, but y'all need to, especially the people who live in those cities. You live in those cities, you best be prepared for this fool to, if he doesn't do it all the way, he's going to try to go as far as he can go to make it so he can have troops on those streets, y'all. I'm telling you, that's what this man is going to try to do. I guarantee you. Okay, I guarantee you. Now, if you're not living that life, it doesn't matter that much. But if you're a person that's in that life, or you're connected to someone in that life, or you know someone in that life, you need to be telling them that they have to be careful. And they may want to change the way they operate. Okay? They may want to change the way they operate because Donald Trump is trying his damnedest to come there. I'm telling you, he is, y'all. He's not playing games. He's not. He's not playing games, all right? He's not playing games, and what he's going to do is he's going to make sure that when he targets places, those places are going to be full of black people, y'all. He's not going to target places, no matter how bad a place get, and if it's a bunch of white people out there, he's not going to do nothing, okay? He's not going to go into those trailer trash parks where all the white boys got meth labs and all this kind of nonsense. No, that's not where he's going. That's not where he's going, y'all. It's not. He's coming to where the black folks are, okay? He's coming to where the black folks are because, see, and this bothers me too. When I saw him meet, like I was telling Mrs. Manasseh, I was telling her when he met those people at the White House, okay? See, the people that was at the White House that day, see, those are the good Negroes. See? Did you see the type of people who were there? Okay? Did y'all see the type of people who were there? There were no Dr. Umar Johnsons there. There were no Dr. Claude Andersons there. There were no Dr. Joy DeGrues there. There was no Dick Gregory's there. You know, people who really understand black people, they weren't there, y'all. They were not there. Every single person practically, except for I think one or two, they led right off with how they worked for Trump campaign, how they worked for his outreach program. They all led off with that. It was a Trump black staff meeting, okay? It was a Trump organization staff meeting for the blacks. It wasn't these black people that represented these certain segments of the population. It was not that, y'all. It was all optics, all set up by damn Omarosa, okay? Because trust me, she is going to be the lens that Donald Trump looks at black people through. I'm telling you, okay? Yeah. Y'all need to understand that. Omarosa is going to be the lens that Donald Trump looks at black people through. Because not for nothing, okay? I think he trusts her. He's been around her a while, or should I say she's been around him for a while. So I think he trusts her with black issues. And one thing I noticed today when I was looking at the because you know I watch a lot of CNN. I watch CNN practically all day long, y'all. And today, I saw at every damn press briefing, Omarosa is in there. I'm like, why the hell is Omarosa inside the press briefing sitting down when she's director of communications for the public liaison or something or another? What the hell does that have to do with being in the damn press briefing? You know what I'm saying? What does that have to do with her being in there? And the reason why she's in there, because she symbolizes Trump's black right hand. I don't know if y'all saw my video that I made. Okay? Oh, yeah. And she is Trump's black right hand, y'all. Okay? She is his right hand concerning blacks. And y'all are going to see what I'm saying. Okay? And she strikes me as the type of person that she's willing to toe the line. Okay, she's going to toe the line because she likes where she is. She's going to toe the line. She's not going to rock the boat. She's not going to do nothing to get thrown out of there. She's not. Donald Trump will get thrown out of there before she will. She's not going to do anything to get thrown out of there. So she's going to toe the line. So if she puts it in Donald Trump's ear that black folks need to be swept off the street of Chicago, L.A., Detroit, Cleveland, Ohio, St. Louis, Baltimore, guess what, y'all? It's just a matter of time before it comes. Because when he go to think about black people, he's going to call her damn phone, okay? When he want to know what he should do about black people, her phone is going to be the phone that rings. I guarantee you that. Before he called Ben Carson ass, because you know Ben Carson, he's like Sleepy Smurf any damn way, okay? I mean, he's like totally useless. He just got that job out. I guess Donald Trump felt sorry for him. I mean, he didn't even look like he was awake when he was sitting in there. I mean, I don't know what he's going to do at freaking HUD. I have no idea what Ben Carson is going to do at HUD. I mean, he's like damn Sleepy Smurf, man. I mean, come on, this guy's freaking ridiculous. It's not like it's not like he's going to be able to go through him and ask him about what's going on with black folks, because he don't know. He has no idea. You know, ever since he stopped doing surgery, he's brain dead. Now he needs brain surgery. He done stopped doing brain surgery. Now he needs brain surgery. You know? He might have to do some surgery on his own damn self. You know, get in the mirror and cut your damn scalp open to see what's going on up there, brother. Yeah, cut your scalp open and see what's going on, Dr. Carson. Yeah. It's hard to believe that this guy was a brain surgeon the way he is. Like, it's like he acts like he's brain damaged. Like, you know, and he was like a premier surgeon. He was the first surgeon to separate freaking conjoined twins. So obviously the guy is brilliant, or should I say was brilliant when he did that, but he don't seem brilliant now. He just doesn't seem brilliant to me. I sit and I watch that man. I watched him on the debates. I've watched him ever since. I watched him in that damn meeting. That man is like walking sleep. He's sleepwalking. The man is literally sleepwalking. So I don't know what the hell he's going to do. And I know that Donald Trump knows it. So he goes to Omarosa because she's smart, she's sharp. You know, I'll give the broad that. She seems like she's pretty smart. She's articulate and all that. I just don't think I'm sure about her being the, you know, I'm not sure about her being the freaking knowledge bank when it comes to black people. Because I know there's people who can do a better job than her. Okay? I mean, she's one of the Trump freaking water carriers. I mean, she's been carrying Donald Trump's water for like over a decade. So how the hell can we trust her? It's like she's been auditioning for this job for the past 13 years. She's been auditioning for this job for 13 years, if y'all can understand what I'm saying. She's been auditioning for it for the past 13 years. So how the hell are you going to trust somebody like that? Okay? You can't trust her with these things. You know? We need another go-to black person. Okay? I'd rather, to be honest with you, in all honesty, I would rather see someone like a Dr. Joy DeGruy in that position, or someone like Dr. Claude Anderson. I mean, but people who understand black folks. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because the only people that Donald Trump has met with, okay, that you know, because think about all those people that sat in that meeting that day when he sat and talked to those black folks. You don't know any of those damn people, okay? You don't know any of those people. The only people I recognized was Pastor Dow Scott's lying ass, okay? He should be ashamed of his black ass self because he just made all black people look horrible. He just made all black people look horrible because he just wanted to score some damn points with damn Donald Trump. You talking about a coon, okay? You talking about cooning? If that wasn't cooning, I don't know what the hell is. And he's a damn pastor at a church, and he sat up there and told a black-face-ass lie. Okay? He talked to these people, talking about, oh, they reached out to me. No one called you, you lying-ass Negro. No one called you and asked you anything. You want to get in there and make Donald Trump think that you are bigger than who you are. That's what you wanted to do. You wanted him to think that you was the go-to man when it comes to violence in Chicago, even though you're from freaking Ohio. Ohio. Man, they went in there and they talked to so many people, and none of those people ever heard of them. They never heard of them. Okay? And you mean to tell me that this guy actually leads a flock of people? And his goddamn wife ain't no better, 'cause she sat in there and shook her head and the whole time he was telling that damn lie. So she knew he was lying too. And everything that came out of her black ass mouth was probably a lie too. talking about how she pray for Donald Trump every day. No, the hell you don't, lady. Knock it off. Knock it off. No, you do not. God, why is it that black people just why is it that black people just won't tell the damn truth? I mean, is the truth so bad that you just refuse to tell it? Why do we do that shit? What do we tell an old lie for when the truth will do? You know what her black ass should have said? This is what she should have said. She should have said, President Trump, we didn't even think your ass was going to win. But now that you won, I'm glad that you invited us here, you know, and we're going to try to pray for you as much as possible. That probably would have been the truth. You think that woman went home and prayed for Donald Trump when she got home that night? Talking about she prayed for Donald Trump every day? Get the hell out of here. Talking about she thankful that they finally got a president, and her old lying-ass husband, he's sitting over there talking about, oh, yeah, you know, I talked to, you know, top gang guys, you know, straight from the streets. No politicians, you know, these are the top street gang thugs, and, you know, they support what you're doing. I mean, he made the lie elaborate, too. He didn't just go in there and say he talked to him. He bobbed and weaved the lie. He said, yeah, you know, I talked to these top guys, you know, and they reached out to me. They like what you're doing, Mr. Trump. You know, they believe in this administration. They didn't believe in the last administration. I don't believe dudes who lead gangs believe in any goddamn administration. Come on, man.
Right.
He just wove this incredible, fantastic, creative tale. I mean, he went all in depth with it. I mean, come on, man. Did you have to kiss Donald Trump's ass that much? Is it that what you looking for, a job? Okay. Omarosa better watch out. Goddamn Pastor Dow Scott is nipping at her motherfucking stiletto, boy. He is nipping at her stiletto. Yeah, he's right there. He is right there. Him and his damn wife. Him and his damn wife. They straight freaking liars. And anybody who saw that man up there say that, okay, they should leave his damn congregation immediately, because he's been lying to y'all ever since you joined. Trust me. You can't tell me that day at Trump's White House was the first day he wove a damn blanket of lies. No, that's what he does all the time. That's what he does. That's who he is. Okay, y'all have got to know that. So I would advise Pastor Dow Scott's congregation to get the hell away from him and his wife, because they're freaking liars. Okay? Old lying-ass Christians. Goddamn Christians. Jesus. Well, you know what they always say, the biggest thing that turns people away from Christianity is Christians.
Right.
That's what they are, the main ones that chase people away from Christianity. The damn Christians with their old lying, fornicating, fraudulent, back freaking jackass damn nonsense. Come on, man. Knock it off. You know? Because all they do when they do something like that. Well, then again, I mean, Trump likes to tell lies too. So, I mean, he can probably find a home in there, you know. He can probably find a home in there. Yeah, he can probably find a home in there with Donald Trump, because Donald Trump lied like hell too. At least the other people in there didn't lead right in with a damn lie. Okay? With a damn lie. I told you I was going to start. I started to make a video about that shit. I was going to cook his ass, but I said, nah, I ain't going to get him. Unless he do it again. If he does it again, y'all, if he do it again, I'm going to jump all over him. I'm going all over, because he's making black men look bad. Yeah, he's making black men look bad. So if he does it again, I'm going to be all over you. I'm watching you, Pastor Darrell. Okay, I'm watching you. Tell the truth, brother. I'm telling you. Tell the truth. Tell the damn truth. Quit lying. Yeah. Quit lying, man. Tell the truth, man. That's why I was telling Miss Manasseh, I was like, when he does something like that, it just minimizes what y'all are doing, because y'all are actually doing real work, and he going to come out there and talk about what the hell he going to, just minimizes the whole process, man, and I think he's doing them a disservice by making up shit. Okay, he's making shit up. Okay, you got people who out there. Miss Manasseh should have been sitting at that freaking table, not that idiot and his damn wife. She should have been sitting there. Those are wasted seats. Should have had somebody like her sitting in there, because she could have gave him the real. She could have gave him the real situation on the ground in Chicago. Not some damn fairy tale fantasy island story. Okay, if she was sitting there, she could have told him what was really going on in Chicago. Okay, that damn dude don't know what's going on in Chicago. He's not there. How the hell do you know? I probably know more than him, and I'm farther away from Chicago than he is. Come on, man, he's making up shit. Yeah, he's making up shit. You need to have somebody there who's really there, not somebody who's trying to gain brownie points and kiss ass and fucking boot Omarosa out of her damn seat so he can sit in it. There ain't nobody like that. Shit, he looking for a damn position. Shit, talking about a damn coon. Shit, he cooning like a motherfucker. Shit, you gonna sit up there and lie to white folks. That's one thing you don't need to be doing. Don't be lying to white folks. Trying to see this is the thing.
Folks.
Don't lie on black people to impress damn white people. Okay?
Right.
But see, that's just it. They love white folks. I mean, they just I can't say this enough. I'm saying it all the time. They love white folks. They love them. They love them to death. Okay? They love them. They fear them. They infatuated with them. All at the goddamn same time. I just put a video up talking about this too. Okay? And you always hear these people with this black power shit. You always hear these people talking this, they for the people and how much they hate white folks. They just rail on and on and on and on and on about how much they hate white folks. Why? Okay, if you hate white folks, just hate them. You don't have to shove that shit down our throats. Who are you trying to convince? You're trying to convince yourself. You're trying to convince us. Okay? And then these same black-ass people who tell you how much they hate white folks. I know. I live in the South. Okay? And I walk into a store. Let me tell you something. When goddamn black-ass people be behind that counter and those white people come up, they about us. They about a damn second away from pulling those damn people pants down and kissing their damn butt cheeks. They are second away from that. How you doing, sir? Thank you, sir. How you doing, ma'am? Thank you, ma'am. They damn near bowing. They damn near licking their boots. They smiling, they cheesing, they smiling so damn hard that they about to split their damn temple open, okay? Soon as I walk up to the counter, their whole goddamn attitude changes, you know? It's like I just walked up and threw battery acid on their face or some shit. Then they want to tell you how they hate white people. Motherfucker, you don't hate white people. You love white folks. Shit, you hate us. You don't hate no white folks. Shit, if you hate them, why you kiss their ass when they come to the counter? Okay? Why you bow and curtsy and move out their way? I mean, these fools down here, I mean, they literally move out their damn way when they come by. Move out of white folks' way. I'm like, man, I said, y'all Negroes don't got y'all white folks trained down here, because up north, guess what? Guess what? Up north, that shit don't even go down like that. Shit, white folks know the deal up north. Yeah, man, where I come from, white folks know the deal. Okay? We ain't moving out your damn way. We ain't bowing. We ain't saying, yes, ma'am, yes, sir. What? What? I don't think so, white boy. I don't think so. Down here, boy, these Negroes is used to being subservient to damn white folks, boy. They are used to it. I mean, they damn near bow. I'm telling you, boy, they bow and move right out the way. I'm like, what is wrong with these Negroes? What's wrong with y'all? Because they love white folks. They love them. I'm telling you. If it was a pill that black people could take and it would turn them white, let me tell you something. The drugstore would not be able to keep them on the shelves. I'm telling you. You think we a minority now? Shit, it would probably only be about in the run of about a month. It would probably only be about 1,000 of us left in America. Out of 43 million in about a month, it only be like 1,000 of us. Because boy, they be taking their pills left and right, trying to be a damn white person. They love white folks, boy. They love themselves some white folks. Yes, they do. I'm not saying all of us, but a lot of us, we love white folks. We just do. We can sit up there and deny it all we want. We can talk that black power shit. We can talk that conscious shit. Do all that shit. But guess what? In reality, a lot of us love white people. We love them. We love them. Now, mind you, I know white people, okay? I'm actually pretty close to a white person. I am. I mean, I got a buddy named Jason. He a white boy, you know, but I talk to him like I'm talking right now, y'all. I talk to him the same way. I guess that's why we friends. He knows exactly the shit I'm going to say. He know how I'm going to come off. He know the type of shit I'm going to talk. He know I'm going to say cracker in front of him and everything. I guess that's why we get along. But he also knows that I don't love white folks. Yeah, he knows I don't love white folks. Yeah, he knows that. I do not love white folks. I don't wish I was white. I don't wish there was a pill that I could take and turn me white. Okay, I don't want to lighten my skin or have blonde hair or rock blue contacts or, you know, pretend I'm a white person. I don't want none of that shit. I just don't. Okay, I just don't. But there's a lot of us that do. We just love white folks. We can't get enough of them. That's why we make it such a big deal. Why do you think people are always railing about how hard they hate them? I don't think anytime a person goes in that hard about something they hate, guess what? They're not just trying to convince everybody they're telling. They're trying to convince themselves too. And if you have to try that hard to convince yourself of something, that means it's not true. Because if it's true, you don't have to try to convince yourself. It just is what it is. If it's true, you don't have to beat it. You know, it's just like nailing a damn a nail into a piece of board. Once it's in there, it's in there. You don't have to, if that nail is flush with the wood, you don't continue to beat on it with the damn hammer. You mess the wood up. The nail's already in the board. They study beating on a goddamn nail that's already into the goddamn board. Come on, man. What you trying to do? Okay, it's not true. When you take somebody like Miss Tamar Manasseh, I mean, she's out in the streets. She sees what's going on. She's doing something about it. Okay, she's doing something about it. And notice, she came up here and she for her people, because if she wasn't for her people, she wouldn't be doing what she's doing. Did you hear her come up here and say, oh, I hate white folks, I hate white cops, the white people this and white people that? No, because if she do hate white folks, she's just going to hate them. She's not going to get on damn YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and, you know, bring up these diatribes and put all these memes up and, you know, talk about. I've had people come across my Facebook feed and write stuff like, oh, if you got white people on your friends list, just block me. If you associate with white people, you ain't real, and all some kind of nonsense. Like, man, shut the hell up. This is Facebook. This isn't real life. This is Facebook. Like, come on, man. Facebook ain't real. Shit, goddamn social media, social justice juggernauts is what the hell they are. Facebook freedom fighters and shit. I'm just tired of those people. I'm tired of people like that. I'm tired of all of them. I'm so tired of media. That's why I'm glad I started releasing these dark exoduses, because I can see, usually when I do videos, y'all, I kind of just put thoughts together and put it down. But see, when I'm doing dark exodus, I'm telling y'all what I really think. When y'all hear dark exodus, I'm telling y'all what I really think. Okay? And it's not finished, because there's a lot more dark exoduses to come. And guess what? They get darker and darker and darker and darker, y'all. Yeah.
I love it.
Getting darker and darker. But anyway, I'm running my damn mouth. What time is it? Goddammit. Yeah. I just want to thank y'all for listening in. I don't know what the hell happened to Teacher Tanisha tonight. God damn it. She had wrote me and said she was going to buzz in, but that never happened. So I don't know what's going on with her. But I'm sorry about the technical difficulties, y'all. Next week, we're going to do shit a little bit different. I'm going to do some IT shit this week. Next week, I don't know. I actually have been in contact with Mr. Dick Gregory, y'all. I'm trying to get Dick Gregory on the show. I don't know if it's going to be next week. Don't hold me to that. But I have been in contact with Father Gregory. Yes, I have, because y'all know the type of guests that X be having up on here. I have been in contact with him. Well, I've been in contact with his people. I haven't been in contact with him directly. So I'm trying to get old Father Gregory up here to let him drop it. I'm just gonna let him get on here and let him go. Yeah, I'm just gonna let old Dick Gregory go. I ain't gonna say too much or nothing. I'm just gonna let him go. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. I don't know if it's gonna be next week, y'all. Maybe it'll be the following week. What I might do next week, I might do the Brothers That Build. I know I be saying that a lot, but I want to try to do the Brothers That Build, because I got a lot of young brothers that I'm connected to. Brothers like Q Butter, Brother Nate, Brother Khalid, Brother Ramith, Shango Oya. I mean, I got a lot of young brothers, they from all different parts of the country that I'm connected to, and I'm going to try to see how many of them I can get to sit on a panel. Maybe we'll do that next week. I'll have Teacher Tanisha reach out to the people up north, and I'll reach out to the people over from Cali, because like 4 of them are from California. So I'll reach out to them, and I'll have Teacher Tanisha, get at the brothers who are up north, and we might have a little Brothers That Build panel next week. That probably is more of a possibility than Dick Gregory. I may not be able to get Dick Gregory till sometime at the end of the month, but I am working on him, y'all. And there you have it. Okay. That's what's going on. So that's what we're working on now, y'all. And y'all know I'm always going to continue to bring y'all good shows, good guests like we had tonight. Okay, I'm going to continue to bring y'all. I'm going to continue to bring y'all guests like that, and be on the lookout for more T.P.O.T. Dark Exodus, because I've actually been having a lot of fun making those, y'all. Because like I said, the dark. Well, I'm still gonna make my other stuff too, y'all. Those of you who follow the Prophet of Thought series. I'm still gonna make my other stuff too, y'all. But look for more of those dark exoduses, because, like I said, that dark exodus stuff, that's me telling y'all what I really, really think. And I say again, they get darker. So be on the lookout for that. Just stay tuned to the Prophet of Thought series. As always, I appreciate y'all listening to me. I appreciate y'all, calling in, listening, my stalkers, my trolls, all y'all. I don't care. Whatever gets you here, it doesn't matter. Once again, I want to thank Miss Tamar Manasseh from M.A.S.K. She spent some time with us, and she had just got off of a flight, so we appreciate that. We're going to have her back at some point, but look out next week for the Brother That Build series. We're going to try to get that going on right here on T.P.O.T. So I thank y'all for listening, and as always, I will leave y'all with 3 words.
Open your mind.
Peace, y'all. We out of here.
The Prophet of Thought series.
only from T.P.O.T. Media. Open your minds.